Experimental note 01695. Do not forget, you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance auto mechanical in Emerald Vale scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun. Removal of factory standard part SUDS steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement part acid steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to, but I do. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit, and it's not turning up anytime soon. But, good news. I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an acid steeper I can filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. That's so tempting, but not when I can just scrap shit, you know. So he said he's more of a melee fighter or something, right? So can he just hold like 2 melee weapons? Oh no, he has to hold 1 range. Okay. 72 shotgun. I guess shotgun would be the best for him if he's, you know, gonna be close to the enemies, I guess. So yeah, you can keep the shotgun. This is the better shotgun. Dang. If anything, I should be wearing that. Her dialogue skill +5. What am I wearing now? +5 dodge. I mean, yeah, those things don't. The only thing that I should have just kept the carrying capacity at +20. So using it on this weapon, you know, but I might have to be able to remove it with the workstation, though. I'm not sure. That looks pretty funny. Okay, I should be wearing this. Smells good. Smells like the Vicar. I guess we can give this to Parvati. Hold on, though. Let me see if I can get that +20 mod off of that armor.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
Yeah, sometimes you hear some wet noises up there in his room. I thought it was gonna ask me, like, please confirm if you because you're going to lose this mod or something like that. Fuck this. Whatever. Whatever. Science +3. Oh, you can't mod the regular clothing anyway, seems like. The reinforced armor plating. Okay. Sure. This is for Parvati. Virtuoso engineering is gonna be hard. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, so the light clothes, they don't have slots, only the heavy armor can be modded, huh? I mean, it seems like that's the case. Let me see here. Yeah. Alright, and they have those dots to the left of the armor. Okay, that's fine. This might have been a mistake, just because I wanted dialogue skill +5. Okay. Weapon mostly melee. Okay. Alright. I like the way just looking at that stick. Okie doke. Can we go back to Phineas's? Yeah, you can. An abandoned asteroid facility located in the Rings of Terror 2. Repurposed into the experimental laboratory, living quarters and hideout of Phineas Van and Wells. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked. Some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Living at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Well, can we get in? Oh no. Oh, cool.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it. Blast, that's loud.
Where's the priest? I thought you can bring 2 companions with you, but he's not here. I guess he doesn't want to step out with us. Something. Well, where's Phineas?
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
But you know who I am, right? Scrape off electro fried sprats. Oh, there he is. Sister pig hoof. These hooves are usually ground up and fed to sister pigs. They cannibalize themselves and woolly cows to supplement their diet. They're rich in protein and hoofy goodness. Oh, okay. Posters, is it just junk or what? No? What are the posters for? This looks like it's a part of a quest. Obscure body in the SK system. Oh, this was my pod. You spent over 4 decades in space with nothing but the technology of this little chamber keeping you alive. The rest of your fellow colonists are still trapped in similar chambers, waiting for you to restore them. So 4 decades. 40 years.
Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
So, yeah, so then the lady, the nasty lady on Terra 2, wait, what? Bubbles? So I can't go over there and touch you. You could have asked me for shoving me into an escape pod.
Balderdash, you hadn't yet recovered your faculties of speech. What was I to do? Dear so-and-so, would you like to be shoved into an escape pod? Blink twice for yes? Still, I admit I may have been a touch hasty, even thoughtless. I do apologize if I rushed you.
For what it's worth, I appreciate you pulling me out of the hope.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals. Of course. What's on your mind?
There's some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass.
Never know what being frozen did to your brain. There's always a chance you might turn violent. I've no desire to end up like McDevitt. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Toilet paper? What? You don't have any of those cleaner toilet?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Don't you ever leave your lab?
Oh, goodness no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia.
That's not what I meant. Do you have some kind of life outside your work? No, we'll just say this one is better. Could test out your theory if you want. Now come on, Phineas, there has to be something you do for fun.
I enjoyed the occasional eighth wave drama in my youth. Not anymore. All board propaganda. I'd rather not be brainwashed. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know.
Why are you so obsessed with reviving the Hope's colonists?
Because we've lost our way. The board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned to total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you, people who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense.
Yeah, but you revived me, so you must have solved the problem.
You begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the hope. Get it?
I'm glad to hear that. Everyone in the Hope is depending on us.
We'll do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeine fading. I hope you're not thinking of ingratiating yourself with the board. Chairman Rockwell and his cronies are not your friends. They might tempt you with promises of wealth, but don't be fooled. They're just using you for their own ends. What's on your mind? Absolutely. Let's talk.
Have you met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Relax, they're with me.
Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew such as they are. I picked you out of the Hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate toward you.
Spare the flattery, Phineas.
That's odd. I'm at least 65% certain my tone was sufficiently sincere. Perhaps the glass is distorting my voice. Must look into that. What's on your mind?
Shrink ray, the shrink ray is right here. It's just sitting there. Seems like he was in stasis maybe in this lab. I don't know. I mean, why is this open? And how come there are two more here? Are these just like the additional chambers that he brought to the lab or something? No, ours look different. Okay. I worked it out. Explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary materials should be present in Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped a few associate dirt site Terra 2 near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust in them only about 23.7% at present. They're recovering a ship. Should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done. P. Oh, him, Phineas. That's it? Who's H. Blythe?
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Science weapons. Science weapons are unique weapons that have strange and powerful effects. Science weapon damage and the strength of their effects both increase as your science skills is increased. Jacques, engineers ensure our bottom line and fire rates are sky high.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find the target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
So he doesn't even, it's not like, oh, but he didn't allow that other guy to touch it. What's his face? Created by Dr. Phineas Wells, this handgun is capable of shrinking any living being it fires at. On the bottom of the grip, Dr. Wells has personally signed the weapon and optimistically numbered it as 001. Okay, so I know we have two light guns, light assault rifle.
So, what's the plan?
Why, can I have posters all over the station? Okay, watch. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Looks like they got removed from my inventory. It's for the ship. I guess it's automatically being placed all over the ship. So I don't think I could think of it. What happened to that pocket watch though? Independent orbital station in the remains of Halcyon's first colony ship, captained by Jean-Lee Tennyson and run by descendants of the original crew.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker. Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
Oh yeah, she is a lesbian, because I remember now. See, this is as far as I've gotten in this game, but I remember we met Junlei, and then she was like so attracted to her, and that's why she was giving that other guy, that guy in the on the planet like cold shoulders, because she was the one who wasn't interested in him. It's funny. She can't be that good. This place is a dump.
If I had to fix a station this big, I'd be spending all my time trying to figure out what needs doing now and what can wait. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just want to be taught how to, lick something. Alright, let's see. Are you asking to leave my crew and join hers?
Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless or by message. And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you.
I thought you said you could keep this boat in good repair.
I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
Sure, we could head over to engineering now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle while you're out.
Oh, I didn't hit select, no wonder. I was like, I thought it was already automatically given to me because you can select up to 2 companions and we only have 2, so I was just like, okay. I had in and out like yesterday, so my tummy is a little upset. I'm telling you that in and out.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
Parvati? Oh.
Something you need?
It's always fucking freezing in the bays. Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
You couldn't pay me to visit Monarch. I'd probably get my face eaten off.
This place has a smell, hey? It's not just me, like mold and old socks. You ever hard up for work? Try some like salvage. Good pay if you're morally flexible.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies, just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This hack would just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss ball stick, I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get you with me again, you little backbait brat, I will toss you out of there, Rock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I noticed you were in the middle of an argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I heard you knocked someone out with a tossball stick.
The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright? You can't just insult my rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked it with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
Rizzo's Rangers. Lizzo's Hamburgers.
Only the finest group of tossball players ever to take the field. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Oh, tossball. How come the vicar hasn't jumped into this conversation? And that's when you resolve your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
You're just lucky you're not serving a sentence.
You know something? I am lucky. I had to raise a glass of 0G to my fortune, if I had the bits. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just musing is all. Must be nice having the run of the colony. Never being anchored to one place, always chasing some horizon. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
You in a hurry to get somewhere?
Oh, not at all. Just, gonna figure out what to do next. See you around, boss.
I'm going. Sure. Making my way there.
What is this? Right D-pad command here. Oh, that's the Vicar's special ability. Okay.
I get strange comms chatter every time I fly by Monarch. What's going on down there?
Mechanicals all over, but they still got us sweating in the boxes.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
Do not open the door. Oh. Hello. Nothing's going on here.
I'm going.
Yeah, step out. Thank you.
I'm on my way.
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
We move cargo 16 hours a day and half of us still can't afford a bed. You learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you looking close at their cargo.
Something the matter?
Yeah, there's still. If you don't have your guns out, right, and then you hit X to climb, when you get to the top, or when you're done. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was still doing that. Like when you interact with somebody, and then you'll have your gun out because it's the same prompt, just X.
Careful where you smoke.
So they did fix that from the first game, because that was annoying me. Various crimes and violations of board policy, including any and all of the following: sedition, forgery, conspiracy. Conspiracy to commit conspiracy. Okay, yeah, see that? They went a little too far with that. It's not funny. Unlicensed medical practice, destruction of board property.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
Gunnar McRed. Several counts. Okay, yeah, very right.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild at him.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
What the heck? What's going on here? Oh, why is why is his hair burning? What?
That maniac online are still screaming into the comms void. I get real sick of it.
Identification, please.
There you go.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great. I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Her shipment?
A handful of sand cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
I didn't think there were many independent operators in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
How does Alcyon Holdings work anyway?
Are you pulling my leg?
Just want to hear your take on it.
Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off states in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
So there's a boardroom somewhere with all these company heads in it?
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
How does Groundbreaker fit into that?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
The board runs most of the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Glad to help.
What do you know about sublate salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
I'm looking for something a little more local.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me.
Sure.
Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding. I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Yeah, Parvati. We know you're obsessed with the pussy. How about something long term?
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
That's all I needed to know about work.
All right.
What can you tell me about Udon Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
So there's tension between Groundbreaker and the board?
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
I'm glad it terrifies them, the bastards. Keep pushing them.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing.
I'm looking for a drink. Any recommendations?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
I'm looking for someone named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Be seeing you. Hey there.
Hey there, why are you in my office?
Be seeing you.
Oh, kick me out, huh? So he doesn't mind us looking at his shit, huh?
Hey there.
Ew, there's shit on this window there. Oh, and then there's, oh, that's just spark from outside, but oh, that's somebody's head. Oh, it's that the guy with the burning hair.
Be seeing you.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what-fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it. To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get their unders in a wad. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him. We keep the poster up to keep the peace is all. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head. Or his lucky lighter as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. Still waiting to hear back on that bounty for McRed. That aside, not much else. Groundbreaker's keeping calm at the moment. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand? Now let's not start a fuss. I'm just trying to do my job, and I can't do it while chit-chatting with you. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? This is the security desk, sir. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore. I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away. We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not. We just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sanita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something. All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
What's she like? Is she a good boss?
Good as she can be, I guess. What with all the troubles Groundbreaker's facing. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. But she tries her best to do right by folks, and that's what matters.
No reason. Don't you trouble yourself over it, Captain.
That was very convincing, miss. I think your captain almost bought it.
I like that sass. It's fine. He also has a very moist lips, like the dude on the colony. So you know he's been sucking on something.
Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real competent, our chief, even if she ain't real friendly. Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister? They're run by Miss Hagen. Half the tramp captains and contractors in the system have worked for her. I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the jobs they do aren't exactly above board. Downright anti-business, if you catch my meaning. Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing, and somebody else had such a thing, but they weren't inclined to sell. Now let's say the one who had the thing suddenly found theirs missing, and the one who needed got one. If anyone asks, Sublight says it got salvaged from an old wreck. Case closed. If anybody could prove them criminals, the board would have put their foot down a long time past. They always got, what do they call it? Deniability? Something gets nicked or someone turns up dead, Sublight says, hey, independent contractor, not our responsibility. But everyone knows what they're doing, top to bottom. Against is a strong word. Let's say that if you need something the board ain't inclined to sell, you might look to Sublight to get it. You might pay Sublight a shitload of bits for it, but that money gets passed on to their contractors, so in the end, it's still business.
You must admit, there is a beauty to the order of it. Everything operates within the constraints of the grand plan, even organized crime.
People do what they gotta to get by. Oh, sure, sorry. Gets a mite boring at this desk, you know. Then I get to chatting too much and Commandant Sunil's gotta reprimand me again and... Oops, doing it again. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Captain's real understanding.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their pointless, depressing lives.
Awful generous of you, listening to me like this. That's what I'm here for, sir. Sure, and stuff from outside the system too, off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardettes on duty here. That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here too then. Alright. Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing through these days. I spend some shifts just listening to the wireless. Search me? I mean, don't search me, because that's my job. Get it? I reckon you'd have to ask the folks in Byzantium. Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing through these days. I spend some shifts just listening to the wireless. There's been a whole heap of good advertisements lately. Sometimes I tune in just for those.
Alright. Stop here.